the channel ZiggerTube only has 46 subscribers, and he does not specialize in paranormal videos. But this video tends to break all the rules, and the fact that it was filmed shortly after his grandfather's death makes it quite unsettling. Zigger goes up to his attic to investigate strange noises, and this is what happens. Watch.
Grandpa?
Would you ever step back into that attic ever again? Nope. Do spirits cut their hair? It would seem that in this hair salon, the spirits want a new look. Otherwise, why are they so active, scaring everyone?
You know, it was just like getting over. Yeah, I'm fine.
Are you okay?
No, I'm fine. Are you?
No.
Are you?
Oh my God.
Are you? Okay. Okay. It's okay.
This other poltergeist seems not to like the fact that the floor is covered with broken tiles. Perhaps it's the ghost of the previous owner who does not approve of the remodelation. Or perhaps they are demons, trying to come up from the hellish underworld and causing these mini earthquakes. If there is a logical explanation for these events, please comment below. We'd love to know your opinion. Of course, you might be thinking that this might be caused by some geological anomaly, perhaps soft ground or faulty materials. But the truth is that these events have no real logical explanation. Keep in mind that floor tiles are usually plastered with extremely strong building materials. And again, we could be talking about a perfectly normal, scientific reason for these tiles to suddenly explode upwards. But what if it's the dead, rising from their graves? This delivery man would definitely be applying for a new job after this horrifying experience. That's if he made it out alive.
Sorry. Sorry kak. Sorry ganggu kak. Assalamualaikum. Parcel delivery. Kak, ada parcel delivery kak?
This video starts off with a recorded view of the experience of a delivery man who's made his way to a complex building to make a delivery. It's slow-paced, but the aura, sound, and just the overall pacing keeps you on your toes as you expect the worst. As it shows the man searching for the client's room number, he hears strange sounds and even meets a lady humming to herself in black. Of course, she gives him a stare of death. However, he carries on until he finds the room where he's making his delivery. However, no one is here. at least at first. Soon, there is a lady in a dark gown sitting at the chair from out of nowhere, but soon disappears as soon as the real owner comes and gets her delivery. Sadly, the man forgets to take payment and has to return. Then this happens.
Bunyi apa tu? Duit. Ya. Saya pun buat tadi.
He tries to run from the scary lady, but she seems to appear everywhere. He eventually meets the lady he has to get his money from, but soon after getting his payment, all hell breaks loose as the spirit continues hunting him even further. Why was this lady from the dead so keen on hunting him? And did the man ever make it out of that building alive? If your work requires you to work at late hours, then you're going to need a strong heart for this one. Watch to find out why. This video shows a man driving what seemed to be a cab around at nighttime, perhaps in search of passengers. However, soon he makes the remark in his native language, "It's going to be crowded going home." At this moment, the hollowed shadow of a lady appears in the middle of the back seat, seated right behind him, replying to his words, "I see," before fading out of sight. This, the man is oblivious to. That in itself looks as frightening as it does real. What do you think this lady is? A deceased relative or a spirit who comes out at night to take cab rides home to their homes? Don't forget to let us know what you think. This cameraman caught on tape a strange creature of a disturbing nature. The cameraman is moving in an abandoned house, recording videos of the scary house, which is locked for many years, with other team members. Suddenly, the cameraman and his crew catch a strange creature behind the door, which is looking at them. The face of the creature is enormous, large like a lion, and the creature appears to walk like an animal.
Go this way. Where'd the other guys go? Where'd the other guys go?
We can't possibly imagine what this is. Maybe it's a dog or a human by its appearance. The strange creature starts running like an animal towards the team members. They all scatter, running and screaming, and suddenly the cameraman notices that he is all alone.
Go, looking this way. Where'd the other guys go?
A recording taken by what seems to be the elder brother of three people gets a shock of a lifetime as she comes face to face with something truly strange. The video shows two people watching TV on the bed, but soon, one gets up and seems to be headed for the kitchen.
Quédate y te oyes.
Upon reaching it, next to the kitchen is a room with two people inside. One is that of a human sleeping soundly on the bed. The other is that of something truly inexplicable. The figure stands perched under a towel without moving an inch. The video owner then stands against the figure as he tries to figure out what exactly he is looking at. The two spend some time in what seems to be a battle of might, but eventually, the figure disappears from underneath, leaving nothing but a fallen towel on the floor. The man who had been staring all along is completely lost for words as he just records the whole thing. What exactly was that hiding under the towel? One thing seemed clear: it had a bone to pick. The question is with whom? The man recording or the boy sleeping? Apparently, even spirits are subjected to harsh working conditions in the afterlife. Let's watch. The video shows a pallet rider going off on its own and getting into place. It's obvious that this was captured by a security camera and most likely not meddled with. Some of those who watched this assumed the spirit was a hard worker for the company in the past, and even in death. The true definition of a workaholic. This strange creature was captured on video by a group of Mexican monster hunters. But what the hell is it? Is it a vampire, a demon, or just some guy using a clever special effect filter? You be the judge. They believe it's the famous Mothman. It is said to appear suddenly, often scaring those who encounter it, and is sometimes linked to ominous events or disasters, like the collapse of the Silver Bridge in Point Pleasant. Its presence alone generates intrigue and fear. Do you think this is clear evidence of its existence? Share your thoughts in the comments below. This abandoned monastery in Europe hides a terrible secret, and this English family on vacation are about to find out what it is. It seems that the monastery is not abandoned after all. If we didn't know better, we would swear Emperor Palpatine is materializing in front of these poor tourists. Or perhaps it's the Grim Reaper. The most likely explanation is that we are seeing the spirit of a monk who didn't want to leave the monastery, even after death. The video quality leaves us with the idea of a real family having a real supernatural event, not some kind of fake effect. Usually, fake videos come in much better video quality. This video was not made by experts, and that in itself is evidence. Ever heard of the Krasue, a mythical spectral lady of Southeast Asian legend believed to haunt the darkness? Her head, without a body, eerily beautiful, is believed to float in midair with something hanging. I'm sure we don't need to get graphic for you to understand what's hanging from inside where her neck, chest, and belly were supposed to be. Dare to witness for yourself?
นุ่งของแท้เห็นดิอ๋อเนี่ยคือดูไงมันก็ใช่เหี้ยใช่ป่ะล่ะแล้วบอกว่าเป็นลูกโป่งไอ้เหี้ยเป็นกูยืนอยู่แล้วกูวิ่งแล้วไอ้สัตว์กูคงไม่มายืนแล้วไปนั่งดูอย่างนั้นหรอก ตัวไอ้ลูกโป่งนี่อะไรอ่ะลอยบินลงมาหลบต้นไม้ได้อ่ะลูกโป่งหาเลยอ่ะดูเลยลงมาหลบต้นไม้เลยอ่ะ
It could be a huge bug, right? Or it could be an all too creepy-ass Krasoo. Let's hope it never comes to our neck of the woods. Not all ghostly encounters are terrifying. Some can be playful, as of a child trying to have some fun. There is a curious fact that the number of ghostly children reported is relative to the ratio of living children to adults, much higher. Is there a reason for that? Take a look.
Anybody that's here, you can roll it back. There's 2 of them now. And roll one of those balls back.
That's the
Oh, that's one.
that's the win.
I was gonna say that's gotta be the one. No, it ain't.
No, that's not the win. That's not the win.
No way. Good job. No way.
Oh
Thank
boy.
you.
Instagrammer Dorina Marino uploaded this footage of a group of female friends playing with a friendly ghost, who seems very interested in playing with this ball. It's eerie how casual these girls seem about playing ball with a friendly ghost. Elias has been uploading on YouTube various paranormal events that are worth looking into, but he was not expecting becoming possessed by a demon live on Facebook. Elias has recorded numerous paranormal events in his channel, but when strange things begin to occur, he decides to go live on Facebook. This is the result.
Tenerlo, ya que ahí pues no se veía muy bien, ¿verdad? No, no puede ser, otra vez. ¿Vieron eso, amigos? A esto me refería. ¿Vieron? A esto me...
Did you hear that? The poltergeist activity is too fast for Elias to turn the camera on time, but the metal flower fell by itself and the window is closed, so wind is not the answer. Elias tries to explain that he is not faking any of this and that folks accuse him of doing it for money, but that is not the reason he is recording these events. Elias begins to report feeling dizzy.
Ustedes son unas personas ya, digamos, inocentes a todo este tipo de cosas. No creo que tampoco quiero dañarlos o algo así, ¿me entiendes? Puta madre. Perdón, amigos, por el vocabulario.
And there it is. Suddenly, his altar is violently attacked by some supernatural, invisible entity. What was that? How did that happen? Elias decides not to clean up the mess. He wants to keep recording while the weird happenings are still active. His fear turns into a physical condition. It turns Elias to jelly inside. But there's more. Keep watching. How can we know the difference between demonic possession and madness? Modern doctors tell us that schizophrenia, depression, and neuroses are the explanation for what religious leaders have told us is nothing less than spirit possession. What do you think? Whatever the case, it is very clear that Elias is suffering. His weird growls and gyrations might have a rational explanation. Even the weird language that seems to speak with a phantasmagoric voice. might be just the delusions of a madman. But I ask you, what if it's not? What if what happens to Elias in this live video is something entirely different, with a far more sinister origin? You be the judge. This video is proof that humans should never mess with the otherworldly. This brave man explores an abandoned building where there seems to be a serious poltergeist problem, and he doesn't back down. The video shows various paranormal activities, like objects being thrown, to doors slamming, and even worse. Watch.
في عالم كثير حبت التصوير بالعرض، في عالم كثير تحب التصوير بالطول، فأنا عشان ما زعل الجميع يا إخوان راح أصور مغامرة بالعرض ومغامرة بالطول. الباب بفتح ولا إيش؟ شو هاد؟ والله في إشي يا إخوان. هيو.
At the 4-minute mark, the man faces something in the distance, black and scary, as the doors beside it slam repeatedly. Soon it disappears into the corners, and the man goes to follow it, but nothing is there.
في حد بيجي هون يا إخوان. في حد بيجي.
Here the man enters the room deeper and is being hit by objects flying in all directions.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. ايه بسم الله بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. اخوان قاعدين بيرموا علي شغلات. قاعدين بيرموا علي شغلات برا يا اخوان. كل شيء قاعد بيرتمى علي. انا بدي اسكرهم والله هاي. انا راح اسكره. بيرموا شغلات علي من برا يا اخوان. اخوان سامعين الاصوات؟ انا شغلات كانت ترتم علي برا. انا بعدين دخلت هون. يعني انا مين هون؟ سامعين يا اخوان؟ ايه شو هذا؟
Soon, he's trapped inside a room by the spirit, but it doesn't take long for the door to blast open.
المغامرة اليوم راسي كثير موجعني يا اخوان. بسم الله بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. بسم الله.
The man is about to leave, and this pisses off the spirits as they make his tortures faulty. He unfortunately falls down the stairs, and all we see is darkness. Loud bangs are followed with a man shouting in pain. Eventually, when he gets back on his feet, we see a wooden door had been thrown down the stairs at him. Why do you think these spirits were so aggressive? Were they angry at him for invading their space? Imagine being so good at making music that you literally bring the dead back to life just to listen to you play. This might blow your mind. A band of musicians came together at a gathering to make music, and they make such good music that it almost makes us forget what we're watching this video for. However, once you see it, you're either incredibly impressed or terribly freaked out. Soon, we are hit with the sight of a female, pale-looking spirit peeping from the TV at the right of the video at the boy band as they play, so completely enthralled by their music that it doesn't seem to care whether it's caught on camera and just stares right at them. The spirit itself brings a new mist to the video we didn't know we needed, but with the setup being so realistic, it's scary to think a spirit was just lurking around. Why do you think the spirit was just standing there? Perhaps it was fangirling over the boys. You let us know. In this video, the ghost is seen sitting in an old church. The room feels tight as the cameraman carefully goes through the dark church, revealing the ghost with weird and mysterious light. The camera gets closer to the ghost, and a weird feeling fills the air. The ghost is just sitting there quietly. Its shape is not clear, but it is there for sure. It makes the church seem strange and spooky, which is usually calm and special. The camera shows light and shadows together, making the ghostly feeling stronger. The air feels strange, like there's a weird energy. The ghost sits in a mysterious way in the airy church. We wonder why the ghost is in this special place. This video shows us something special about the supernatural, making us wonder about mysteries that could often be out there. As we watch, the haunted footage makes it hard to tell what we understand and what's beyond our grasp. It leaves a strong memory of this ghostly encounter in the church's spooky walls. A nursing student finds out she's sharing her room with an unwanted presence living inside her cramped closet. She's too spooked to sleep in her room, and for good reason. Find out why.
SCARIEST. Now that I have introduced myself to the patient, verified the client's... Now that I have introduced myself to the patient, explained the procedure, and asked for his consent, verified the client's identity, and provide...
Ano ito?
Sige na. 1, 2, 3, go. Now that I have introduced myself to the patient,
The video posted on TikTok shows a nursing student as she prepares for her presentation in her room with her brother. Everything seems fairly normal, but the otherworldly presence doesn't seem to be pleased about that. Soon, the lights flicker, alerting the two. However, they carry on. Eventually, the presence wants to make its message clear the second time, and it works.
Now that I have introduced myself to the patient...
As the lady continues her work, the closet door slams shut, which instantly startles the pair, sending them running out of the room. Later, the lady explains why it's impossible for her brother or anyone to have pulled those stunts, as her closet is filled to the brim and the light switch is too far away. Even worse, she explains that this was fairly normal in her room, and she has proof. Thanks to a security camera, we see the unexpected come to life as the paranormal activity takes place in the room. Fans turn on with shadows moving across the floor. A chair shifts, and the closet door shuts closed after a figure hard to make out darts inside of it. Lastly, we get our confirmation that something otherworldly is living inside her closet, as fingers are seen through the open space, peeping into the closet. How did the spirit end up living with this lady? Why and when? Could this be a patient she has worked with in the past who didn't make it? You tell us. These two learned the hard way why you don't go into dark tunnels alone. Why? Let's find out.
Alright, so as per usual in every tunnel video, we go left first. Are you ready? I think we're gonna find anything. I don't know. It's been so long. I doubt anything's even still in here. It's the same old graffiti. I'm psyching myself out. We're gonna leave because I don't know what is going on. So we're just gonna get up and go because I do not feel good at all coming back down here. That's scary. So, good night. First. Hold on, Nick.
What are you doing?
I just want to go check something out.
Wait.
I'm fine. It's okay. I'll be fine. Oh my god. What the fuck? Nick! Nick! What? Hold on, guys. What? What is it? Connor, what is it? I'm coming. What is it? What is it? I'm coming. I'm coming. What are you doing? What is it? We gotta go. What? What is it? What is it?
The video shows the tunnel exploration of two boys who wanted to check out some eerie dark tunnels. Things already seem scary enough as is, but eventually, while about to evacuate the tunnels, one of the boys heads back in for one final look. To his dismay and surprise, a figure is waiting for him at the end of the tunnel. It crawls out of the dark space, humanoid but with a look of an unhinged person who's deranged and mad coming at him. He screams to his friend for help.
What? Hold on, guys. What? What is it? Connor, what is it?
But by the time the other boy gets there, all he finds is his friend, who is alone in the fall. They both leave, luckily with their lives, but it could have been much worse had it not been so kind. This could easily be written off as a psychotic maniac on the loose who needs to be looked out for. But what if it was something far more sinister? Imagine moving into a new house and suddenly you realize that you're not alone. Something else has already lived here for decades. Would you cope, living with the daily stress of knowing at any moment in time, whenever you least expect, an object gets thrown at you? Now imagine living there, day in, day out. Would you stay? Let us know. During its days of glory, Motortown, Detroit, Michigan was the jewel of the automotive industry. Today it is a ghost town. And why do they call it a ghost town? Just watch.
Yeah, I'm out. Fuck out of here.
Besides the obvious banging at the very end of the video, you can hear a ghostly voice calling out. It's not very clear what it says, but it does sound very, very sad. Also, the reaction of the Redditor seems utterly genuine. He wants nothing to do with these strange noises, and he's more than ready to run away. Can we blame him? I think not. TikToker Franco Villegas seems to have potty-trained his ghost perfectly. He asks, "If you are here, turn on the water again." And his obedient little ghost does exactly that. I wonder if he gives him ghost treats when he's a good little spirit.
¿Qué? Si estás aquí en el baño, enciende de nuevo el agua. ¿Hay alguien más que tú aquí en esta casa? Mi vida corre peligro. Está huella. Aquí no hay. Para ver si sucede algo.
The way the ghost moves that balloon, we have to think maybe it's a child's ghost, which would explain why he obeys the adult. All the same, I wouldn't tempt fate by playing balloons with some ghostly kid. Even real flesh and blood living kids can be terrible.
¡Ah, concha! ¡Ey! ¡Ey! Ah, no, güey. ¡Ah, conchetumare!
Now cats are said to have one paw in our world, and one paw in the spirit world. So it's not surprising that Franco's cat suddenly decided to stop playing with him and turn instead to play with a ghost. Another aspect of ghosts is that they can be in different places at the same time. So when someone turns on Franco's light downstairs and he wants to check it out, immediately somebody else turns on his bathroom light. Terrifyingly, a clearly heard child's voice warns Franco, "Don't go down," when he checks the bathroom.
Hay ruido en el primer piso.
If you look closely, there seems to be something crawling up Franco's stairs when he responds to the noise. But then, when the door decides to close by itself, Franco has to jump up only to find nothing at all. Except, of course, his cat. Enough to make anyone lose their mind. Leanne Wilkinson, the YouTuber who uploaded this video, only has 17 subscribers and one video on her channel. And yet, the video has gone viral with over 50,000 views. Please take a look. You won't believe your eyes. There is a lot to unpack here. First of all, the clock reads 2:38 AM, so whatever is happening, the store is closed and empty. Now look, stuff flying off the shelves, oranges rolling on the floor, and the door to the cold storage is shaking as if someone wants to come out. Would you go shopping in this haunted store? Imagine you work in a hardware store and something begins to throw everything off the shelves. You would be justifiably angry with such an apparition.
Pero es que mira, se cayeron esas madres, ¿eh? Y luego empezó de todos lados, güey. De todos lados empezó a caer este pedo. De todos lados, güey. ¿Sí te fijas?
¿Qué es
eso? De todos
eso?
lados empezó a caer este desmadre. No sé qué chingo está pasando, pero no sé qué hacer, si mandes ahora sí el padre o a ver qué pasa, o a ver qué pasa.
Hice una pausa porque me entró una llamada cuando el aerosol se cae.
Vete a la verga, vete a la verga.
A ti ya quería salir corriendo, pero me aguanté.
Hijo de puta madre, me cayó el pinche celular, vale verga. Se madrió. Se abrió la pinche puerta del baño. Eso fue lo que más me sacó de onda, güey, porque no sé qué chingados
la puerta del
pasando,
se abre.
A ver qué mandas o qué. Vete a la verga, no, vete a la verga, ya chingas tu madre, puto fantasma de mierda. Vete a la verga, güey.
First, the spray can falls off the shelf. Then the bathroom door opens. Do ghosts have to use the toilet? And finally, the ghost decides to look for a snack, opening the refrigerator door. The store employee is obviously not happy about it. This video will leave you clutching at your pearls. Don't watch alone. The video shows the unfortunate moment a man is violently attacked by a phantom, which seemed to have been waiting patiently for him to come round the corner. Going for his neck, slamming him against the wall, and then attempting to pull him away from the camera, where who knows what was going to be done. Fortunately, the man got free of its hold and made a run for his life, but unfortunately, it is shown that the phantom followed suit. What did this man do to piss off the spirit so badly? Can you take a guess? When out for a stroll through Greenfield, California, the last thing you want to encounter is the presence of something checking you out while you're checking out the sights. However, this guy just got unlucky. See what he saw. The video is short, but creepy enough to give us the chills, as the footage shows what looks in the distance to be a darkened figure of a humanoid creature watching from afar, as though it was checking out its next prey. We don't have a clue what or why this creature is, or why it was so interested in the owner of the video, but we do know that everything points to this being proof of other humanoid creatures amongst mankind. What would you do in this situation? Wait, what did we actually catch on camera? In this Siri video, things get scarier as the ghost grabs a young girl by her hair, making the scene even more tense. The ghostly encounter becomes more intense as the ghost of that desperate woman, who might have something to do with the girl's hair, does something strange. It climbs up the walls. Defying gravity with a weird kind of power to move quickly without holding and grasping anything. The sight of the ghost going up the walls adds fuel to the fire, really keeping viewers on the edge. Then, in a surprising turn, the ghost suddenly tosses the girl down, as if the ghost really has some bad issues with her. The video captures this scary moment really well, showing the ghost's creepy power over the physical world. The video leaves everyone watching in shock and confusion, making them wonder about the ghost's nature and what happens to the girl. While exploring the woods at night in search of a thrill, this brave soul is unfortunate enough to come across something that completely shatters their bravery and sends them running. This is what they saw. The location of the video is unknown, but it's clearly taken in the forest, late at night. The video shows a person walking through the woods with only a torch, until his gaze falls upon two wide glowing dots of a pale and deformed creature on a tree as it stalks its prey. This sends the person recording running for their lives right before he cuts. What was that out there in the woods? Was it a Wendigo, a humanoid creature deformed from its constant snacking on humans? And did the person make it out of the woods alive? At this point, we can only hope so. It seems these ghost enthusiasts have gotten a handful when they encounter the strangest things on their stay at a haunted hotel. Watch this.
I swear to God, something's just touched me head.
Seriously?
Honestly.
Well, it wasn't me.
Felt like cobwebs crossing down. Come and join us. Can you come and knock on our door, please?
Right, we're in here. If there's anybody in here, can you make a noise for us? Thank you very much.
Can you do that again, please?
Thank you very much. Hi guys, we've just heard 3 very loud, distinctive knocks on the door.
Got her.
I think they were a bit. I'm sure they were a bit.
She must have been to fit that.
What? What?
No way. I've got over there. Tell us what we're into. Do I tell them there's knocking? There's knocking in the room that we're in now.
Guys, we're watching, yes. Where's that coming from?
Outside. Out the door, outside. Are you comfy in that box?
Release. Cannot appear.
What's beeping?
Tina. Tina.
The video itself is a whirlwind of creepiness, as the group studies and captures some interesting footage of paranormal activity. The voice of a child can be heard in the background yelp, almost as though asking for help.
Oh, something's touched me head. I swear to God, something's just touched me head.
The girls receive an uninvited guest at their hotel room when a loud knock can be heard from the outside.
Tell us what you're up to. Go on, tell us who's knocking.
But there is no one present to answer. Soon the team are at the bar, speaking to the spirits through the ghost box and getting certain replies which affect the environment around them. Release is the first they get, and suddenly, the temperature around the box drops quickly.
Box, and just seconds later, this happens.
Cannot appear.
What's beeping?
It even gets worse because soon, the ghost box says the name of one of the girls present, literally shocking and freaking everyone out.
Tina. Tina.
And while there isn't much shown across the video, it still gives off the vibes of a very realistic and spooky experience, doesn't it? The Japanese are notoriously prone to the idea of life after death, a spirit world, and even demonic spirits, which they call Oni. But were any of these beings ever caught on camera? Well, this urban explorer believes he captured exactly that in the scary video you're about to watch. He is quite popular in Japan, and his channel, Clipstore Official, brings us plenty of paranormal videos full of hauntings and other unexplained shenanigans. In this video, he's gone off to inspect a haunted house that looks almost lived in, with objects still stored, and some of them even tossed around carelessly. In fact, it looks very much like a crime scene. A calendar on the wall shows us that the place was abandoned in 2007. But why? Why did the people who live here decide to leave this place so quickly? An expensive disc player has also been left behind, leading us to believe that whoever left this place was not worried about saving their equipment. The carpet looks old, but expensive, and it's still in relatively good shape. Slippers on the stairs make it clear that whoever was here before did not intend to disappear so quickly without a trace. Ghost hunting can be a dangerous activity. Many of the abandoned places that urban explorers search are not really abandoned, and sometimes one has to be far more afraid of the living than the dead. Clipstore calls out to make sure nobody's hiding upstairs. The upstairs rooms are messy. Somebody has been here looking for something. Everything is in disorder and chaos. An old notebook and a knife stand out on a single coffee table. This amidst all the debris and rubbish piled up upstairs. Somebody besides Clipstore has been here. And what did they need the knife for? A curious-looking altar with incense burners and bells has been set up alongside all the rubbish. This is absolute proof that somebody has been living amongst this mess, and it's not the original inhabitants. The number of valuable objects, like the radio downstairs and the incense upstairs, makes it perfectly clear that this supposedly abandoned house is actually inhabited. But who would live in such a mess? Clipstore decides to stay a while and see if anybody shows up, but after a wait, it is also very evident that nobody is coming back. But just as he's about to leave the place, his camera captures a chilling sight that leaves his audience absolutely terrified. Take a look.
っとこれ以上はいられないです。帰ります。
There. Do you see it? A pair of feet descending from the ceiling. Look carefully. Those feet at the top of the stairs. Where do they come from? They're not attached to anything or anyone. Or are they? Do you think Clipstore really captured the ghostly apparition that is trapped in that creepy place? Or was someone simply ready to jump on him? Let us know what you think about this one in the comments section. Mirrors, often seen as portals to another realm, hold mysteries beyond our understanding. And the scary video you're about to watch might prove just that. You see, sometimes, if you stare at it for long enough, you might find something more than your own image staring back at you. Watch closely. There, inside the mirror, something unexpected and inexplicable makes an appearance. The person filming seems as taken aback as we are, hinting at an unforeseen encounter. At first, the mirror appears normal, but a closer look reveals something. What's your take on this mysterious figure? Is it another capture of shadow people, or something else? Have you heard of the Aztec god of the underworld, Tezcatlipoca, also known as the god of the smoking mirror? This Aztec god, known for being a god of mischief and darkness, is said to appear to the faithful inside dark, obsidian mirrors. Then, there are the numerous legends of the demons and evil spirits that can be summoned using mirror rituals: Bloody Mary, Candyman, and the Demon of the Three Kings ritual. Throughout history, figures like the renowned wizard John Dee, Nostradamus, and Pythagoras have harnessed the enigmatic power of black mirrors to peer into the future. Their legacy reminds us of the profound significance mirrors hold in the mystical realm. When something shows itself within a mirror, it might not be just an anomaly. It could be a call for your undivided attention. What secrets could this latest apparition be trying to share? Let us know your thoughts. The Ouija is perhaps the most dangerous tool used to contact the spirit realm. Once you open it up, you are opening a portal that goes directly into the other side, and it is next to impossible to predict who you will be contacting, be it ghost, spirit, or demon. Mary Shapiro and her friends did not expect to open a doorway to a spirit named Fear, but they did, and it didn't end well for them. Take a look.
Are you human? And what are you? Why? Oh. You. What do you want?
Are you okay? Are you okay?
I told you that stuff's real. You can't play with that.
There is a lot to uncover here. When Mary asked if you are dead, the spirit said no. Also, when asked if he's a human, no again. What are you? I am you. What does that mean? How can the spirit claim to be Mary herself? The answer makes sense when the spirit reveals its name as fear. He is the fear that exists within Mary.
Are you okay? Are you okay? I told you that stuff's real. You can't play with that. I have no idea. I'm not touching it again.
What was that? Very clearly, the folks using the Ouija board were not expecting a loud noise to break their concentration. But was it an accident? It's hard to believe it's a coincidence. And in Mary's next video, it becomes even more evident that there is more to this Ouija than meets the eye.
Are you okay? Are you okay?
Mary's husband Philip finds the table where the Ouija was placed to be moving by itself. And it is now that we must remember that nobody who was playing with a Ouija said goodbye or did the banishment ritual. A ritual that is supposed to make sure that the portal to the spirit realm is closed. So it is very clear something stayed behind. How will they banish it now? Well, they didn't. And this happened. How can you explain this strange footage other than poltergeist activity? Will you mess around with a Ouija board after watching this? Let us know.